is something that I feel like it's an important thing to pass on and to share, because it meant a lot it meant a lot for me. It made a big difference for me. And that was having my own attitude about my life and what was happening. There's so many ways that you can take that in when you're suddenly set back on your heels by your loved one becoming very, very ill, and not knowing what to do next. And so I thought, well, I want to be on top of things as much as possible. I want to figure this out. I don't want to lose momentum as things go along, because at first, when you first find out that your loved one is sick, I don't know about you, but for me it was like I just had to do everything I could to get things ready. He was in the hospital, and I was told that he had to have brain surgery, and so I knew that could change everything. And they said, he's going to be pretty much wheelchair bound and maybe more. So, things have to change. So I came home while he was in the hospital, and I just got people on changing this place around so that the hallway had bars on either side so that he could grip the bars when he walked, if he could get up out of the wheelchair and walk, and bars in the bathroom all around, everywhere, so that if he was on the toilet, he can pull himself back up, and if he's in the shower, then he would be able to steady himself by a bar. Like they have the cross this way on the wall of your shower. And so people were great to come in and do all of that. And I knew also that if he was wheelchair bound, like they said, then it was going to be really impossible to get into the tub. So I had somebody come rip the tub out, and that took a couple of days, and order that pan, they call it a pan, and they put that in there instead of the tub, and you can just roll the wheelchair in. Well, as it turned out, he was able to help transfer himself from the wheelchair to a shower chair at first, and so that worked out fine. But that kind of thing is just like, if you jump on it instead of waiting for it to be a problem that you're stuck with, then you have to have people come in while he's there. And I thought, well, while he's in the hospital, I can take advantage of this time and just make sure that things are ready for him when he comes home. And so that was how I did that. And it was not cheap, but I just thought, I'm putting it on the card. I've got to do this. It has to be done. And then later on, the funds were refunded. I mean, the medical things, as far as the insurance and stuff, that all came through. But it took time to get back to them with that information. So I want to just encourage you to, if you have, wherever you're on your journey, it could be that you just found out, and that you're refitting your house, or rethinking what do you need to do, because each person is going to be different too. And so I would think that if you are already in it and you just look into this and saying, well, great for you, but I'm already down that road and I haven't got it like it should be. Well, just one by one thing at a time, look at what you can do to make it easier on yourself and your loved one. As long as we can keep moving, we have a chance of surviving. But once we really stop moving, that's when things go downhill. And so if you are the caregiver, because you're listening to this, or you're a friend of the caregiver, and the most important thing I can say is to keep yourself healthy. And I would do yoga every morning. I try. Sometimes I didn't do it every morning, so let's be honest. And so I would try to do a yoga every morning, and I would try to take care of what I could, as far as just taking time to take a walk up the hill, because I have a little hill here, and making myself do some things that would help my physical body to stay in shape and not give up. And so I'm glad to say that at this point I do feel like I'm healthy enough. I've gone through this, and by the way, going through COVID at the same time, God bless you if that's what you've done. My husband passed away just as COVID started, and it was hard to lose him, but at the same time, I was grateful that he didn't have to go through COVID and see all that. It was like a different era. And he was older, so it would have been very hard for him to understand what the world was going through. Hard enough for the rest of us, but we did it. We were here. So anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you in this little short video. Just like, if you have gone through something like this and how you dealt with refitting your house and getting things ready for your loved one, I think would help so many people that watch this and say, just to comment down there and say something about what it is you did and how you got through it. We need each other. And so even though my time of caregiving for now is over, but you never know what's going to come next. So it's yours now, and I'm not doing any caregiving right now, but I can share with you, and then if you would share with others what it is you found that really works as far as getting the house, so that the home, I mean, here we are, I was on the second story, still am. And so I had to eventually get one of those lift chairs down the stairs into the garage. And that was just tremendous expense, big, but I got a used one, so that helped. But all I'm saying is that there are things to think through on redoing your home so it's more comfortable for him or for her. And then moving on from there, but make it as comfortable as you can for yourself too. That's really important. Okay, you guys, I tell you every time, I love you very much. I love you dearly. I wish I could just hug every single one, because I know you need it. I have a friend, she's going through it, and what she told me, I'll share with you because I know she wouldn't mind. I said, my darling Katie, what do you do? How do you survive this? And she said, Linda, I go outside, I take a walk around the block, and I just cry. I just let myself cry. Because you lost your life, is how it feels. You've lost your life. And everything that was a joy in your life. But we can make a new joy. We can turn this little leaf over and make it a joy. And so that's my goal here. And I care about every single one of you. And I love you dearly. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's do another one later, okay? Bye-bye.